my dear students. So today we are going to discuss about a new lesson, that is the fibers to fabric. See, do you know what do you mean by the fabric? Here fabric is nothing but the clothes we are wearing. We are wearing of clothing. It is an exclusively a human characteristics and is a feature of the most human society. Cavemen used to wear animal skin, leaves or bark of trees as cloths. Discovery of the cotton, wool, silk and some other fabrics, and also the invention of the needle and spinning wheel help in making the fabrics. Even now today also we are using some of the unstitched cloths such as sari, dhoti, turban, also we are calling as the lungi. So in our country, even though today also we are using some of the unstitched cloths such as the sari, dhoti, turban or lungi. So these are we are using unstitched fabrics. Now as we know that in India we are celebrating most of the festivals. During the celebration of the festivals we are going to purchase some of the cloths. Means we are going to the some of the cloth center and we will purchase different varieties of the fabrics. So look at your surrounding. We can find that here there are variety in the fabrics. So such as the some of the bed sheets, blankets, curtains, tablecloths, towels, woolen mufflers, etc. So there are different varieties of the fabrics we can look at in our surrounding. Now we will move on to the next that is the variety in fabrics. Yes, here to do this variety in fabrics, to look at this variety in what are the varieties of fabrics, it will be available in our surrounding. So we will do some of the activities. Let us do the activity first. So in this activity, after visiting to the tailor shop, I had collected some of the fabrics. So I had collected, that is the cotton. This is one of the fabric. Here that is the silk fabric. Here woolen fabric and some of the polyester fabrics. Here I had collected, there are different varieties of the fabrics. After collecting, as we know that what does these fabrics they are made up of? How these fabrics we can make? Let us do another activity, that is the activity second. Yes, do you wonder what these different varieties of the fabrics they are made up of? Now let us do another one activity, that is the activity second. So in this activity I had collected one piece of the cotton fabric. This is the cotton fabric I had collected. Now try to find the loose thread. So in this I have to find out one of the loose thread. So this is one of the loose thread I had found, I had taken outside. So this is one of the loose thread I had taken from this cotton fabric. This is one thread. So do you know what this thread we are calling? So this thread we are calling as the yarn. So my dear children, from this activity we came to know that here the fabric, the cotton fabric, it is made up of threads. So these threads we are calling as the yarn. So what does these threads they are made up of? See, this is one thread I had taken. Thread is nothing but also we are calling as the yarn. So this is one of the yarn. So what this one of the yarn there it is made up of? Let us perform another one activity 3. So here I had taken the one of the cotton fabric. So from this cotton fabric I had taken one of the thread, cotton thread. So these are all cotton threads. So these all threads we are calling as the yarns. So from this cotton fabric I had taken one of the yarn. Look at here, this is one of the thread, or also we are calling as the yarn. Now place this thread, place this yarn on the table. Place this yarn on the table. Now press one end of this yarn by using your thumb. By using your thumb, press at one end. Next, scratch the other end of the yarn along its length with your nail. You have to scratch this other end. Scratch the other end of the yarn by using your nail. My dear children, look at here. So it will be split into, means yarn can be split into again thin threads. Yarn can be split into thin threads. So yarn can be split into thin threads. Let's look at here. Yarn can be split into thin threads. And can be split into thin threads. So these thin threads we are calling as the fibers. Yes, so from the activity third we came to know that again the yarn it will be split into a thin threads. So these threads we are calling as the fibers. Here fiber is nothing but these are the long, flexible, thin threads. So these threads we are calling as the fibers. So you might have observed something similar when you thread a needle. So my dear children, when you are keeping this thread in a needle, you are getting difficulty to pass this thread in the eye of the needle, right? So why you are getting difficulty to pass this thread in the eye of the needle means here this thread it will be split into a small structures, thin structures. So because of this only you are getting difficulty to pass this thread in the eye of the needle. After what we will do, so you are joining these threads. After joining, after pressing it, then you are able to keep this thread in the eye of the needle. So from this we came to know that this thread it will be composed of, means the thread it will be split into a small thin structures. So these structures we are calling as the fiber. Now let us move on to the what is the classification of fibers. As you know, we can see in our surrounding there are varieties of fibers it will be available. We can see there are different varieties of the fabrics. So those fabrics they are made up of the different varieties of the yarns, and they will be made up of by the small structures, that is the fibers. Here there is a relationship between the fabric to fiber and yarn. So what does it? Here fiber. So here there is a relationship between the fiber to the fabric. Here fiber is nothing but these are the thin, long, flexible structures. They will be combined together to form the yarn. Again the yarn they will be combined together. The set of yarn they will be combined together to form the fabric. Here fabric is nothing but the cloths we are wearing. We can see there are different varieties of the cloths it will be available. So this relationship shows that the fabric it will be made by the yarn. Here the yarn, how does the yarn they will be formed is by the combining of the thin structures. So these structures we are calling as the fibers. Here fiber is nothing but long thin structures combined together to form the yarn. Here the set of yarns they will be combined together to form the fabric. So they have interconnected, means they have connected each other to get the different varieties of the fabrics. So all these they have connected each other. Yes, now we will move on to the classification of the fibers. So my dear children, have you know that So there are different varieties of the fabrics which are available in our surrounding, and also these fabrics, they will be made up of the air. So air, it will be split into a small thin structure. Those are the fibers. Then what are the different varieties of the fibers available in our nature? So here this is the mind map of the fibers. So fibers can be classified into a different types. So this is the mind map of the fibers. So fibers can be classified as the natural fibers and the synthetic fibers. So then what do you mean by the natural fibers? Natural fibers are the fibers which we are obtaining from the plant and the animal. The fibers which can be obtained from the plant and animals, we are calling as the natural fibers. So here, which are the plant fibers? Here plant fiber is nothing but the fibers which we are obtained from the plant. So some of the plant fibers, these are, so that is cotton, jute, hemp, flax and coir. So these are the some of the plant fibers. Here animal fibers. Animal fibers which we are obtaining from the animals. In this wool and silk. So wool we can obtain from the fleece of the some animals. For example, we can obtain the wool from the fleece of goat, sheep, camel, ape and rabbit. So from the fleece of these animals, we are obtaining the wool. And the silk can be obtained from the cocoon of the silkworm. Here silk fibers can be obtained from the cocoon of the silkworm. About this you can learn in a higher classes. And my dear children, do you know these are the only two fibers which are made up of proteins. These are the only two fibers which are made up of proteins. So how does this protein come in these fibers? Means, as you know, these animals, they are eating some of the food items. So that food, it is having the most of the nutrients. So in the skin, the hair of the animals, we are taking as the fiber. So of course those fibers, they are made up of the proteins. So these are the only two fibers which are made up of the protein. Then what do you mean by the synthetic fibers? What do you mean by the synthetic fibers? Here synthetic fibers is nothing but the fibers which are man-made fibers. Means we can prepare, means which we are not obtained from the plant and animals. The fibers which are not obtained from the plant and animals are also, we can call it as a man-made fibers. The fibers which we are not obtained from the plant and animal fibers, so those we are calling as the synthetic fibers, or also we are calling as the man-made fibers, because by using some of the substances man can prepare these fibers. So these fibers we can also call it as the man-made fibers, or also we can call it as the artificial fibers also. Then which are those? Yeah, those are the polyester, nylon and acrylic. Polyester, nylon, acrylic. So these are the some of the man-made fibers. And children, do you know here one of the fiber it is there, that is the rayon. Here rayon, it is one of the fiber, that is the semi-synthetic. It is one of the semi-synthetic fiber, rayon. So what do you mean by semi-synthetic? Means here it's which can be made by using some of the plant and plant products, and also which can be made by using some of the substances, both from the man-made also and some of the natural fibers also they are taking to prepare this. So rayon, it is one of the semi-synthetic fiber. Yes, my dear children, now we will move on to the some of the plant fibers. So as we know, there are different plant fibers. So mainly we will discuss in our class about the cotton and the jute plants. So now here cotton, as we know, how does the cotton in our surrounding, there are different varieties of the cotton fabrics, it will be available. Then how does the cotton fiber is converted into a fabric. Now we will move on to discuss about how does they will be converting the cotton fiber into a fabric. So here about the cotton, here it is grown in the field having the black soil and warm climate. Here cotton plants, they are grown in the field which are having the black soil and warm climate. Next, the fruits of the cotton plants are about the size of the lemon. So the fruits of the cotton plant are about the size of the lemon. After maturing, the balls burst open and the seeds covered with the cotton fiber can be seen. After the maturity, means after developing completely, the fruits they will be open up, they will be burst and they will be open up. After that, the cotton, the seeds covered with the cotton fiber can be seen. When it will be burst, so in that, when it will be burst and open, so on that time, the seeds covered with the cotton fibers can be seen. So from these balls, here cotton fruits also we are calling as the cotton balls. Cotton fruits also we are calling as the cotton balls. So from these balls, cotton is picked by the hand. So after when the fruit it will be burst, when it will be open up, from that the cotton can be taken by the hand. It can be taken by the hand. And the fibers can be separated from the seeds. So after taking outside, the fibers, the cotton fibers can be separated from the seeds. So for example, so here I had taken some of this, here I had taken cotton. So this cotton is covered with the seeds. See, this cotton fiber is covered with the seeds. See, look at here, I will take this cotton and I will remove cotton fibers. So look at here, my dear children, these are the some cotton seed. This is the cotton seeds that I had separated from the cotton fiber. So cotton fiber I had separated from these seeds. So this process we are calling as the ginning. This process we are calling as the ginning. Ginning is nothing but the process of separation of the cotton fiber. The process of separation of the cotton fiber from the seeds. So this process we are calling as the ginning. The process of separation of the cotton fiber. The process of separation of cotton fiber from the seeds. So this is we are calling as the ginning. So after separation, again this cotton, the cotton fiber, it will be sending to the some of the industries. So how does the cotton it will be converted into yarn? Yarn they will be converted into a fabric. We will discuss in the next class. Yes. So after separating seeds, after separating the cotton fiber from the seeds, so this cotton fiber it will be converted into a yarn. Later these yarns they will be converted into making the fabric, cotton fabric. So we are getting different kinds of the different varieties of the cotton cloths. So how does the cotton cloth it will come from means, so this process, by using this process, this cotton fibers after the ginning, cotton fibers after the ginning process, it will be converted into a yarn. Later the set of yarns they will be joined together to form the cotton fabric. This is all about the cotton fiber. So now, do you know the cotton fibers mainly grown in the Rajasthan, Maharashtra, Karnataka and Gujarat. So in these places the cotton fiber it will be mainly grown. So now my dear children, now we will move on to the jute fiber. So this is also one of the plant fiber. So how does the jute fiber it will be converted into fabrics? Now we will discuss. So the jute fiber is obtained from the stem of the jute plant. Here jute fibers can be obtained from the stem. Major part is stem. From the stem of the jute plant. It is cultivated during the rainy season. Means jute plant, it can be grown only during the rainy season. Here the jute plant is normally harvested when it is at the flowering stage. Here jute plant can be normally harvested, means jute plant they will be cut, they will be taking outside when it is at the flowering stage, when the jute plant starts to blow the flowers. At that time, so they are cutting the stem of the jute plant. After cutting, so after the harvested, after the cutting of the jute plants, they are immersed in the water for few days. After cutting the stem, so during the flowering stage, they will be cut, they will be harvesting the stem of the jute plant. After cutting, they will be immersed in water. So the jute fibers after cutting, they are immersing, means they are keeping these plant fibers in a water. After the stem rods and fibers are separated by hand to make the fabrics. After immersing in water for few days, they will be taking outside and they will be separating the fibers. They will be separating the fibers. So after separating, they will be converted into fibers. So these fibers, they will be converted into ants. So after separating by the hand, they will be converted into ants. After ants, they will be the set of ants, they will be converted into different jute fabrics. So this is the process. How does the jute fiber, it will be converted into fabric? The major part, they are taking the stem of the jute plant only. They are taking the stem of the jute plant only. They will be cut the stem during the flowering stage only. So when it is at flowering stage, then only they will be cultivating, they will be harvested. So you can ask me that, so why they are taking only during the flowering stage? Why they are taking only during the flowering stage? Means, see, to get the good quality of the jute fiber, to get the good quality of the jute fiber, they are cutting the jute plant during the flowering stage only. So that is the major reason, that is why the jute plant they are cutting during the flowering stage. Means, see, to get the good quality of the jute fiber, they are cutting, they are harvesting at the flowering stage. After harvesting, they are keeping in the water for few days. After, they are removing by the hand. They will be separated by the hand. Later, those fibers can be converted into ants. So these ants, the set of ants combine together to form the different varieties of the jute fabrics. See, my dear children, so how does this process it will be involved? Now know that how does the jute fibers can be converted into different jute products. How it will be converted? Jute fiber is converted into jute fabrics. What are the jute products we can obtain? And my dear children, do you know? So in which places the jute can be grown? It can be grown in the West Bengal, Bihar, and Assam. So in these places, West Bengal, Bihar and Assam, in these places jute fibers can be grown. And do you know, my dear children, so jute it is one of the cheapest fiber. Jute it is one of the cheapest fiber. So because of that reason only, here jute we are calling as the golden fiber. It is jute, it is cheapest fiber, means it is a very cheapest fiber. Because of that reason only, we are calling jute fiber, we are calling as the golden fiber. Jute fiber we are calling as the golden fiber. Thank you.